Good afternoon, everyone. We are broadcasting to you live from North London. I'm in the middle of moving house, so luckily you cannot see what is around me at the moment, but really great to be here and join you guys. We've just come up to 2:30 for this question and answer analysis session. Hi, Sid here. Hi, thanks a lot for coming along. So let's get started. Hello everyone. As you know, my name is Luke, and today we are going to be looking at IELTS writing, and in particular we are going to be looking at overgeneralizing and how you can avoid it. So in IELTS writing you need to be quite specific. Overgeneralizing is when you make very general statements and maybe your examples or your arguments aren't refined and specific enough. Hi, Alice. Hi, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming along. So absolute statements are one way that people overgeneralize, and they are statements which have a meaning of 100%. For example, everyone wants to own a Ferrari. This is an example of an absolute statement. It's probably not true. Which word here has a meaning of 100%? Any ideas? Which word there is an absolute, a meaning of 100%? What do we think, guys? Good, Sid here. Exactly. So this word, everyone, can you think of, so everyone, all people, 100% of people, that is an absolute. Once, not so much. So the meaning with 100% is everyone. Hi, Aparna. Hi, Ryder. Thanks for joining us. So everyone is an absolute. Can you think of any other examples of absolutes? Words with a meaning of 100%. That might be 100% of the time, 100% of people. They can also actually 0%. That would also be an absolute. Can you give me some absolutes for time? Just pop them in the comment box down there. Let's see what we think. So just any absolute meanings that you can think of. Let's start off with time. Any ideas? 100% of the time or 0% of the time? Just give us a comment and see what you think. Give you a minute to do that. Any ideas for these absolutes? What's the opposite of everyone? That would be another absolute there. Good, Sid here. So Sid here has said never, always. So these are absolute statements. They're probably a bit too general for your IELTS writing. Of course, all rules can be broken. Good, Sid here. The opposite of everyone, no one. So some rules can be broken, it's true. But generally speaking, you should avoid them. Hi, Andoy Shirley. Hi, thanks for joining us. Right, so let's take a look at some other examples of absolutes. Absolutes everywhere. Everywhere is an absolute, 100% of places. Nowhere another. We use direct absolutes all the time. All the time, that is an absolute. It is impossible to prove an absolute. Oh, very dangerous statement. Is it impossible? Nobody knows everything. So if you did know everything, maybe you would know of a possibility of an absolute that can be proven. You must never use absolutes in writing. There we have another absolute, as said here, said that is an absolute of time. As I said, rules can be broken. And not all sentences with absolute meanings use direct absolutes. So these words all the time, never, impossible, nobody, everybody. You must never, never, always. These are direct absolutes because the word has a 100% meaning, but not all sentences which give an absolute meaning use these words. You're most welcome, Undoy Shirley. It's my pleasure. So let's look at the following sentence. Learning a language gets harder with age. Okay, that is the kind of thing that you might write in your IELTS writing. If you are, for example, talking about the age at which people should learn languages, that could be a task 2 question. The meaning there is a bit strong. What it really means, if you think about it, is everyone finds it harder to learn a language as they grow older. And that is probably not true. Also, as they grow older, well, a newborn baby is probably not as good at learning language as a 5-year-old. So there is another way in which the statement isn't true. Some people might find that as they mature and get more experience, or their techniques for learning change, maybe they find it easier. So, hi, Lakshmi. Hi, thanks for joining us. So, even though this sentence, learning a language gets harder with age, doesn't use this word everyone, the meaning is still a bit too general. So we need to soften that in the writing. And there are 2 main ways that you can soften these very certain statements. The first way is using something we call modal auxiliaries. Don't worry about the word. It is just it's just English language, technical language. It's jargon. These modal auxiliaries are very common in academic writing. And when I tell you shall, should, can, could, will, would, may, must, might, these are modal auxiliaries which change the verb. Hi, Bincy. Hi, thanks for joining us. Hi, Krishnendu. Brilliant to have you with us. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to come along. So here we have these modal auxiliaries. As you can see, there are 9 of them, and they can be used to soften the verb in this phrase. So shall, should, you're making a recommendation. Can, could, possibility, it's possible. Will or would, talking about future or another potential situation with would. If something happened, something else would happen. May and might, again, showing some uncertainty. Now, must is a bit strong, but it can be very good for giving a clear opinion after you've developed your answer. So these words can be used to soften that sentence. The other way that you could do it is by using phrases or specific verbs that also give this idea of uncertainty. So, generally speaking, you're telling the writer that this is not always the reader that this is not always true. Other phrases, in some cases, in many cases, in the majority of cases. Hi, Omalara, joining us from Dubai. Great, fantastic to have you with us. Hi, Tajul, also coming from Bangladesh. So welcome to the stream. So in some cases, in many cases, in the majority of cases, you're showing this is not 100% meaning. Tends to, as a verb, it tends to be, giving this idea of usually, for some people or for many people, and frequently, commonly, usually, often, these words also soften those meanings and avoid making a very general, absolute statement. So we have 5 sentences here. Now, there is not one correct way to do this, but I want you to just take a couple of these sentences which have, when you think about it, they have a meaning of 100%. So children copy the behavior of their parents. Too general, you're saying that if you think about the meaning, this means all children. Well, maybe some don't. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Pards. Great to have you with us, guys. So I want you to just think about it. Try and rewrite a couple of these into the comments box. You don't have to do them in order. And remember, you could use a phrase to introduce uncertainty, or you could use one of those modal auxiliaries, for example, can. Okay, so just think about a couple of them. Think what would probably work to soften those meanings a bit and reduce the meaning from 100%, just to show a bit of uncertainty or to show that it is not the case all the time. So just think about them, try and rewrite using one of those methods, and just pop it in the comment box. And let's have a look at some of your examples. Yeah, good, Sudhir. So good, Sudhir, really good. Yeah. Sudhir says, most people find it difficult to find a job when moving to a foreign country. So he is, Sudhir is clearly telling us most people, but not everyone. For example, what if you move to a foreign country where you have a skill which is very highly in demand? Yeah, sometimes it is difficult to find a job when moving to a foreign country. Good, Alice. Good, really good. So showing us a less strong meaning there. Yeah. And again, these words and phrases can also improve your vocabulary and your grammar score. This could affect your task achievements if you're giving these very general statements, but changing it and adding these phrases could also improve your vocabulary or make your grammar more complex. So Joyma, finding a job can be difficult when moving to a foreign country. Brilliant. Yeah, really good. And Joyma has made the grammar even more complex there. Finding a job, nice verb ing at the start of a noun phrase, can be difficult, can be a bit more complex than the verb. Difficult to find a job when moving to a foreign country, really complex object. So that is fantastic. Really well done. Sudhir says, generally, children copy the behavior of their parents. Yeah, very good. Children may copy the behavior of their parents from Joyma. Absolutely fantastic. Really good, guys. Got time for maybe one or two more, so just pop them in the comments, and then we will run through some examples that I've done. Most children copy the behavior of their parents. Good, Alice. Yeah, really good. So well done, guys. I think you got the idea quite quickly there, and really good at introducing this language to soften the meaning. So that is really good. Right, let's take a look at a couple of examples that I have prepared. Remember, there is no one correct way to do this. It depends what you're trying to say in your essay, because it will also make your answer a bit more specific, and it can make your opinion a bit more subtle or a bit more sophisticated as well. So, for example, generally speaking, yeah. Oh, Alice, pay attention to the spelling. Learning a language may get harder with age. Pay attention to the spelling. It said my there. Probably typing very quickly. So just a typo, but try and avoid those. But yes, I totally understand what you're meaning. Okay, so generally speaking, it is difficult to find a job when moving to a foreign country. Generally speaking, it's often the case that children tend to copy the behavior of their parents. Again, this idea of usually. Working from home can make it difficult to build relationships with colleagues. So, possibility. Not always, but it might. Possible. Yeah, well done, Alice. Yeah, good correction there. For many people, not for everyone, but for many people, learning a language gets harder with age. And lastly, that in some cases, young people turn to crime because of a lack of local employment opportunities. The end of the word there just cut off on the slide, but opportunities, that would be plural opportunities. Okay. So that's all we've got time for, because these sessions are really quick. But thank you so much for joining me. This is actually the last of these answer analysis sessions before we break for the Christmas break. Cure. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're very welcome. It's our pleasure to have you along. So that is the last of our sessions until the new year. I really appreciate you guys coming along and taking the time out to join us. I know that you're really busy and you've been working hard, especially with everything that's happened in 2020 with the coronavirus pandemic. Obviously, you guys as nurses know better than anyone the difficulties that we have had. So it is, really appreciate all the hard work that you and your colleagues are doing to keep everybody safe and help everybody in this difficult time. I wish you all the best and a very safe Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's fine. Also, have a brilliant new year, and we will see you again after the break. So thank you so much for everybody that's joined us, and thank you for your hard work and dedication. We really look forward to seeing you in the new year. So that's all we've got time for, I'm afraid, today, guys. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us, and we really appreciate the support. Thank you, Alice. Thanks, Rowena. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you guys. Joyma, Tajul, it is my pleasure. Alice is asking tomorrow what time. There isn't a session tomorrow. The next sessions will be in the new year. So I'm not sure of the exact date, but after the 1st of January. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Alice. Thank you. Wishing me happy holidays. So thank you, everybody. And stay safe, stay well. And I hope you enjoy a brief break with your very busy studies. Take care and all the best, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye for now.